Welcome back everyone. I hope you're having a great day. And in this video, we're going to discuss Tattooed Chef. They are a young, trendy, fast-growing food company focused on plant-based frozen products. And right now, their goods are sold in almost every major retailer all across the country. Currently, their stock trades for right around $17 per share, but it's fallen by over 35% from a previous high of $26. So now may be a nice opportunity to buy the dip when the company is currently trading with a market cap of $1.4 billion. So this is a small cap company that offers great exposure to the fast moving plant-based food sector. And I do have a position in this company in my high risk stock portfolio, and I currently own 100 shares with an average cost of $17.82. So I'm currently down around 2.5% on this position, but I plan to hold for the medium to long term, so I'm not worried about being down at this current point in time. And in this episode, we're going to discuss Tattooed Chef as a whole, discuss the company's recent announcements, go over their current operations, and take a look at their future growth projections for 2021 and beyond. But before we do that, I'm going to ask you to please hit that like button and subscribe. I am the Gen Z Investor, and every single day we talk about the stock market, going over different stocks you can buy and any major market news. So please hit that like button, subscribe for the daily videos, and of course today we're going to focus on one of the more popular small cap stocks that gets discussed on YouTube a lot, which is Tattooed Chef. And the company is set to release their Q1 2021 earnings later this week on May 12th. And I believe if they share any numbers that are less than spectacular, we will see another downtrend in the share price. And if they fall to anywhere around $15, I will continue to buy this dip. I do believe Tattooed Chef is going to be larger in the future than where they are right now. I'm not going to be the one that says this is going to be the next major food company worth 10, 20, or even $30 billion. But I do believe that over the next few years, they can grow to be worth more than the current $1.4 billion valuation, and that's why I do have a position of 100 shares in my smaller portfolio. And the company also made great headlines announcing a $35 million acquisition of New Mexico food distributors and Karsten Tortilla factory. And in their announcement, they outlined 3 points on how it's going to benefit the company. Diverse manufacturing capabilities, giving them expansion into the $20 billion Hispanic and Southwest food sector. It expands their productivity capabilities by giving them another 118,000 square feet, and they believe it's going to help them expand outside of just the frozen food section that they operate in right now. So the acquisition was worth around $35 million in cash to acquire both of these companies. And during this release, they also raised their full year guidance for 2021, and they're expecting total revenue around $235 million to $242 million. And that would represent between 58 and 63% growth over 2020. And what I like to see is that as the company achieves greater scale, their gross margins are expanding and are projected to be between 20 and 25% over the full year. And they're also expecting adjusted EBITDA to come in between $2 and $4 million. And this company has been growing naturally at such a fast rate without any advertising. But late in Q1, they announced their first ever national ad campaign where they're going to be running 6-second and 15-second commercials on TV, cable networks, and in the digital media. So the fact that this company was able to grow so fast over the past few years without any advertising is already impressive. But now going forward, adding more fuel to the fire, I think it's really going to spread the brand awareness and expand their total sales in all the major retailers. And one thing you have to remember is that this started on April 5th when they announced this campaign. So that's at the end pretty much of the first quarter. So we're not going to see the results of this advertisement for another 3 to 6 months down the road until we get their second and third quarter numbers. But I do believe this overall campaign will be very beneficial to the company, and total sales I do believe will grow because of these advertisements. In this company, Tattooed Chef, I believe will remain a dominant player because they continue to innovate and continuously expand their product mix. And we can see they offer food for every different type of meal. Single serve bowls, smoothie bowls, different vegetable blends, meat alternatives, and you can find a Tattooed Chef product for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacking, and even dessert. And over the past few years, they have rapidly expanded their product mix from only 2 items back in 2017 to around 9 in 2018, then over 20. 2020, they achieved 38 different SKUs, and by the end of this year, they're projecting 62 different products. And the company exec said once they achieve the scale of around 62 to 70 different goods, that's going to be kind of the sweet spot. From there, they're going to try to expand operations, produce more of the same goods, and spread them out to a greater market. And the company has also just announced that they will be adding 5 brand new plant-powered pizzas to their fast-growing product mix. And we can see that includes a plant-based vegetable pizza, a white pizza, pepperoni pizza, sausage and pepperoni, and a plant-based 2-cheese pizza. And when they hit the market over the upcoming months, they'll start for around $8 per pizza and can be prepped in only 10 to 12 minutes. So I think everyone loves pizza, and the people who choose to be plant-based and live somewhat of a healthier lifestyle will still enjoy these types of pizzas with innovative flavoring and fully plant-based. So I love this new offering. I think pizza will always be part of our society. Plant-based or traditional will always sell. So 5 new goods hitting the stores of supermarkets all across the country throughout the year end of 2021. And of course, this company is already a national brand. I'm sure you may have seen their products in some major retailers, but in 2020, they were able to grow their expansion by 155% over the 2019 number. They're in over 2,600 Walmarts, 600 Sam's Clubs, over 500 Costco's, and in Target, the company made a major announcement earlier this year that the major retailer was expanding 6 of their plant-powered products into every location all across the country. Every location. That's absolutely insane. 6 of their products go nationwide at Target, and that includes their California mac and cheese bowl, their different pizza bowls, their hemp bowl, and many more. So at every Target location, you can find some tattooed chef, which is absolutely incredible. And going forward, they have around 4,200 different retailers with 23,000 points of distribution. But their goal for 2021 is to get into 10,000 stores with over 65,000 total points of distribution over the next 12 months. And other than the main retail stores, they are also in 7-Eleven, Whole Foods, Smart & Final, Kroger, and all of these other big names. So their distribution is growing at a tremendous rate, and Tattoo Chef products are taking over the frozen aisle of some of the most popular retail locations in North America. And if we take a look, one thing I really like with this company is they're focusing on e-commerce as well. When you go to retail, you have to sell your products to the company, and they take a margin on top of what they pay Tattooed Chef. So of course that middleman eats up your profitability. But if you can go direct to consumer and skip that middleman, you keep all that extra profit into the home company. So the fact that Tattooed Chef is building an email list, they're growing their revenue through their direct to consumer website, I find very impressive. And when evaluating this company, I think people are still underestimating how powerful going direct to consumer with their products will be. Although they're frozen and it does come a little bit more difficult to ship these goods, once they get that down pat, young consumers who are their primary audience for these goods buy everything online already. So shopping for groceries is already coming of age, and the fact that they can get these trendy, eye-catching products that taste good and are healthy and easy to make, in only 5 to 10 minutes you can prepare most of Tattoo Chef products. I think this online direct-to-consumer, somewhat of a subscription-based model, will work very well for the company over the long term, really driving up their overall profitability. And if we can see for their full 2020 results, their total revenue came in at $148 million, which grew 75% over the prior year. And they had net income right around $45 million versus only $5.6 million in 2019 as well. But in that net income number, we do have to mention that a large portion of their products came from a one-time taxable benefit that is not recurring over the long term. So the number is somewhat skewed, but they did increase their total profits over the prior year if taking out that big benefit. And adjusted EBITDA came in at $9.6 million, which was 6% of revenue. So for a large scale company, that would be tiny, but for a young growth name, I think that's okay because that will grow over time. And the company has also laid out their growth projections for 2021 and beyond, and we can see for this year, their initial revenue estimate was around $222 million, but from their acquisition announcement of the two Mexican companies, that raised that to around $240 million. So they did bump it up around 10% from their previous guidance. And then for 2022, they're expecting around $300 million, 2023, $500 million, and then 5 years from now, they believe they're going to cross $1 billion in annual revenue with a gross margin of around 35%. So the company, if they can achieve these metrics over the next 4, 5, or 6 years, I do think they will become a company worth a lot more than the current $1.4 billion valuation. So of course, like I mentioned right at the start of the video, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Tattoo Chef's going to be worth 20 or 30 billion and you could 10, 20x your investment. But I do believe, in my own personal opinion, from the research I've done on the company and the industry, that their brand and their products will allow them to grow to be worth more than where they are right now. And that's how I base my investment decisions. I look longer term. If the company's going to be bigger with greater revenue and greater profits, I make my purchase at the current point in time. So I think if the company reports bad numbers over the short term, over this next quarter, before the really advertisements kicked in, before the nationwide Target rollout, before their new products hit the market, I will actually be happy about that to get the share price at a cheaper level. And like I said before, any drop around $15 or maybe even $16, I will be buying the company and adding to my position. So now we're going to kind of wrap up the episode. I want to thank you for watching to the end. If you're new to the channel, I am the Gen Z Investor. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research before buying any type of company. Being a small cap company like Tattoo Chef, there is more apparent risk. I'm willing to take that risk in my smaller portfolio, but remember, this was not any financial advice. Do your own research, understand the company, and speak with a true qualified professional before making any investment decisions. But now we're going to kind of close up the video. Once again, thank you for watching to the end. This was just a brief overview on Tattoo Chef, discussing the major headlines before their earnings coming out on May 12th later this week. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.